board, and they had to perform, and those guys, like the East Coast guy, they were all giving PM Dawn a hard time at some award show. It might have been MTV Awards, the one where Suge Knight gets up there and makes fun of P. Diddy.
Yeah, this is for the people who don't want the producers dancing up in the video.
And dancing in the videos and being all in the videos. And
I remember that. Yeah. Who would give PM Dawn any crap though? They're just tremendous, you know?
Right.
Suge Knight.
Da da da. Yeah. I don't know. Suge Knight, is he still alive?
Yeah, he's in prison.
He's in prison though. He's
a bad dude.
Yeah, I don't think he's not good.
What are you talking about? He did a lot for rap music.
Killed Biggie Smalls.
Yeah.
There's rumors out there that he injected Easy too.
Yeah. Well, he actually.
If you watch Straight Outta Compton, you would know that.
No, and
I haven't seen that in forever, but I should. I like that movie. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys go online, you can put it in, and there's a talk show, I forget which one, where he actually says, you don't kill people with guns anymore. You know how easy it is to just have someone hit them with a little prick and inject them with HIV?
When I come around.
Yeah,
that's
when
too bad.
Suge Knight comes around.
All right, folks, that's going to do it for us on this Monday. Jeff, thanks for joining us today.
Pete, it's an absolute pleasure for me to be here. I thank you very much.
A lot of laughs. Steve Light, we will see you. I'll probably see you tomorrow.
Yes, you will.
All right.
Sorry, I hate Beatles, Steve.
I'm not talking to you anymore, but thank you for the cinnamon twist.
You're welcome.
Hey, you're one of my favorite artists in the world. Hates the Beatles.
All right, we're going to got Matt Connarton coming up at 4 p.m. What's going on tonight? Followed by Granite State of Mind. Enjoy your day off if you're lucky enough to have the day off today. And we'll see you tomorrow. Adios.
Listening to WMNHLP, Manchester's radio, broadcasting at 95.3 megahertz frequency modulation from the top of 1000 Elm Street. Our studios are located at 1045 Elm Street and licensed to Manchester Public Television Service in Manchester, New Hampshire, USA.
Never be afraid. pretzel do. Come on, now sing again. Do the pretzel do. Pretzel legs.
Pretzel legs
Put a pretzel smile
on your pretzel head.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Do the pretzel do. Let's sing it one more time. Do the pretzel do. Yeah, yeah. Do the pretzel do. Come on, let's make a pretzel. Do the pretzel do. Oh yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. Here we go. It's that time again. Happy Monday. It is a Matt Connarton Unleashed. Happy President's Day, I should say, to be more precise. And we are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM in glorious downtown Manchester, New Hampshire. And it is a glorious day outside. Also on Comcast 97 if you're in Manchester. And hello to all of our online listeners across the nation and around the globe. It is Monday, February 20th. 2023, and I am not alone.
Jenny, darling, you're my best friend.
Jenny is at the news desk.
I am present, yes.
You got your crown?
Yes, I have my crown. I have a special t-shirt on.
Oh, yes. Very nice. Very nice.
Hair over cost.
Did you get that at the event?
I got
that
that
you were
at
at
the event that
recently?
I attended at the Hop Knot over the weekend.
Yes, yes. Well, speaking of the Hop Knot, we have another special guest, and it's been a long time.
It's been a minute. It's definitely been a minute.
I think it's been 2 or 3 minutes. Am I saying that right? The young people say that, I think, right?
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, yeah.
Kenny from the Hop Knot is here. Welcome.
Do you have an air horn button?
I don't have a button. I used to use the air horn a lot,
I think,
and then I kind of gave up on it
I
because
don't like it.
I just think the air horn is iconic. Like that's
No.
every time I am introduced to somebody, I want an air horn. Like
Oh, be careful what you wish for, because yeah, I used to use the air horn a
I'm
lot.
gonna find a new reason to
love
not
it.
like you
I
no
love
more.
it.
No, air horn.
It's like on the
Ouchie.
podcasts when they have like that generic soundboard.
Yeah.
It's got like the sparkle noise.
Oh yeah. Oh, like when they time travel? you
Yeah.
mean? Yeah.
Oh boy.
Let's see. How do you like this one? That one's kind of annoying.
Okay, wait. I should
Awful.
not air horn.
You want
a
the-
trap horn, like a trap.
You want that?
Yeah, the one that you hear, in like rap music.
Oh, believe me.
Yes.
I know the one you
Yes,
mean.
yeah. That one. Yes, that's
He
it.
found it.
All the time.
I used
I
to use
hate
it.
that.
I went through a phase, and longtime listeners will know this, where I use that air horn quite a bit.
I love it.
I would use it ironically
Bring it
because
back.
it's my nature, but
Bring it back.
yeah, well, it's back. I mean, hey, you're
Wait, hold on.
you're a sponsor.
Ready?
You have
It's
a lot
back.
of say in it.
And yeah.
All right. So Kenny is here. That's why we opened with the Wiggles, Do the Pretzel. And before that, also we heard The Weight of the World by a band called Authentic Dissent. And those guys are going to be joining us today in the second hour of the program.
Yes.
Bum, bum,
So
bum.
looking
I
forward
really
to
like
that.
that song too.
Oh, should I? Yeah, that's a good
See,
idea, Kenny.
it fits perfectly everywhere. It's like a good comma.
Jason Fedderson in the chat room says he loves it.
Thank you.
Don't
you go.
encourage it.
He said, I love it. Yeah, well, he might not have been
But
listening.
I don't like you no more.
He may not have been listening when I went through my air horn phase.
Really?
I'm not going to hit it this time. I'm going to now, but the
Leave
next
it alone.
The next one will be a surprise.
Don't touch it.
Okay.
None of you will be expecting it when the next
Nobody.
one. It'll be.
See, I'm
it'll
gonna be jumping.
spontaneous.
This
I know.
all
I'm
your-
going to be like watching your
I-
hand up over, like seeing
Not
if it's
going to
touching the
like-
mouse at all.
I don't like Kenny anymore.
Sorry.
Oh,
Who is this
boy.
person on the couch? I do not know.
Sorry.
Well,
Brr.
well. Anyway. So welcome everybody, and we are live. I'm sorry I was out for a couple of days.
I tied him up in the bedroom.
Whoa.
That's for the other show. No, I was not feeling well. I think I mentioned on the air last week that I wasn't feeling well, and then I just got progressively worse, and eventually it moved from my stomach into more of an upper respiratory thing, and nothing like a dry hacking cough. So I stayed out Thursday and Friday.
You were
I was
snotty.
I was feeling pretty rough, and I'm still not 100%, but significantly better.
You look great.
But thank you.
You look great.
Thank you. Well, I try. I try to. I use oil of Olay, and it keeps my skin soft and supple.
Ooh, for real?
Yeah.
word.
Oh yeah. I not just on my face. I slather it all over.
Everywhere.
I
No, he
bathe in
doesn't.
it.
Everywhere.
He
I
uses
bathe in
a
it.
vino.
I go through. No, that how dare you? A vino. That's for peasants. A vino. My goodness.
I need a good full body lotion.
Do you?
I'm having a me day today, so maybe I'll do that
Oh.
when I get home.
Oh. Well, thank you for including us
Oh my
in
God.
your me day.
Of course.
It's been a long time.
It really has been.
Yes. We should, for anyone who would like to join us today on the program, 603-250-6007, 603-250-6007. You can also text us at 617-917-4476. I'm on social media at Matt Connarton. And of course, you can email me, matt@mattconnerton.com. You can interact and opine in the Facebook live chat. But the best thing to do so that we can hear and enjoy your dulcet tones is give us a call at 603-250-6007. And yes, Jenny, you were at the event at the Hop Knot.
Yes, I was.
On Saturday. And it was when was you can still hear it in my throat a little bit. What was it? Was it Wednesday that we had Heather Stockwell on the show?
Yes.
She had called in.
Yep. Yes.
And she
She'll
was
be
obviously
joining
there.
us in the near future.
Yes.
As well. But yes, she was the one that was organizing everything. And there was I don't want to get his name wrong. There was a gentleman there from the national organization, Ryan Greenwood. He was supporting them from the People's Action, peoplesaction.org. Yes, and Heather is with Rights and Democracy.
Yeah.
And so, as the shirt says, care over cost.
Yes.
I mean, basically, it's the crazy idea that everyone should have the same access to medical care and medical medications and things that, extend life, give quality of life. And there are people that are writhing around suffering right now that don't have to be.
What do you want to give people food too?
Oh, I know.
You commie.
Yeah. Yeah, I got this crazy idea in my head that nobody should be denied medications. I want the diabetic to get the 7 vials of insulin they need for the month instead of 6 and rationing it out. Call me crazy. Meds for everyone.
Yep.
By the way, our friend Crystal from the great state of Illinois in the chat room says, glad it wasn't a siren. Hate when radio stations play those or when commercials randomly have them in them. Should be exclusive sound to emergency response vehicles only, not as an attention getter.
It scares me when I'm listening. Bum, bum, bum. It scares me whenever
nauseated.
there's a siren in a song and I'm in the car.
Yes.
Because I'm like, I haven't been on the radio in a while, so you better be ready for that dump button because I might slip. I just almost didn't. I caught myself.
I saw it coming, but you caught it. Well, that's why we're on a delay.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, that's.
No, I don't think
You were good.
Power to
You
the dump
held
button.
your tongue. Mama will be proud.
You know what? I'm a chef. Like, you work in restaurants, you're a potty mouth. Like, I'm a drag queen and I'm a chef. So, like, if there's anybody that's going to be swearing, it's me.
I've seen those shows like Kitchen Nightmare and where it's swearing everywhere.
My favorite is watching like Gordon Ramsay
I love
on like
him.
Hell's Kitchen, but then when he does the kids shows too, how he's so nice and sweet to the children,
right?
But then he's like screaming at people.
I've been
like,
addicted
the
and
adults.
like binge watching them for like the last 3 days.
Yeah, I know. I was in the so I'm in the bedroom sleeping because I wasn't feeling well. I could at one point I could barely stay conscious, but I hear like the sound of her watching that show. It gets into my dreams. I start having nightmares about
Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I seriously, I had a nightmare.
Come on.
I had a nightmare that Gordon Ramsay was trying to stab me with a butcher knife in the middle of a kitchen.
You don't know how to use anything in a kitchen. You would never be in a kitchen. So how can you possibly have a nightmare about something you know nothing of?
You'd have a hard time stabbing somebody with a butcher
Now,
knife,
people
too.
hearing that might think I'm being
It's more of a
rude.
chop.
Oh, right.
yeah.
Well, he was trying to do something to me with that butcher knife in my nightmare.
Either way, Gordon Ramsay coming at you with a knife.
Yes.
In your nightmares.
Matt and
Scary.
kitchen just don't go together. This is a person who won't boil water.
Yeah.
Not even kidding.
Why would I boil water? Is somebody having a baby?
Yeah.
Isn't that why you do it? That's the only reason you boil water,
Yeah,
right?
He eats food. If I make food and there's leftovers, he eats it cold.
I
I
like
will
cold, I like
offer
cold
to
leftovers.
watch-
Yeah, I don't
he
like
never heats up anything.
No.
That's
pizza,
true.
Anybody that reheats their
Pasta.
pizza,
Pizza's different animal.
I love it.
Cold pizza's good.
you know
now I
what?
want pizza.
People think I'm weird because I don't like always put my food in the fridge. Like I'll leave it out overnight because I don't.
That's not
I don't-
healthy.
I'm fine. I'm okay.
Until you're not.
I'm okay.
Until you're not.
I'm okay.
Oh,
I'm good.
God. No, that's
I'm
not
not
healthy.
leaving it out for usually for days at a time. Like I'll eat it the next day, but
That's
know,
not good.
it's just how we grew. That's how I grew up.
Jenny and I, we know a local DJ who does that too.
Yeah.
Like he'll just leave food out for days.
Tries to grow penicillin on a regular basis.
Yeah. We know someone who does that.
Yeah.
No, but I think pizza specifically, I think reheating pizza is a sin.
Cold
That's what
pizza
I say.
is
It's a
very
travesty.
good. But it doesn't. Whatever I can make, mashed potatoes and chicken or spaghetti, whatever, straight out of the fridge into his mouth. There is no heat,
Yeah,
no
no
microwave,
fork, just hand in the container, pasta in mouth.
Yeah, just the Yeti pose.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I was listening to a podcast, with Getting Curious with Jonathan Van Ness.
Okay.
And he just picks a topic, talks to somebody about that, usually a professional in that industry or whatever. And they were talking about how food temperatures relate to colonization and how cold, ice cold drinks. So when the British took over in India,
Yeah.
to that, or I think they were talking about India, and it was Hawaii. They were talking about Hawaii and how when people started colonizing Hawaii, to them, having a cold drink, having a cold beverage was a sign of wealth.
Oh.
Because this was a long time ago, long before we had ice machines, all that kind of stuff. So they would have to import this ice just so that people could have ice cream, just so the white people can have, so that the white folks that were going over there could have ice cream and could have martinis.
Yeah.
That were chilled. I was like, that's so wild.
Yeah.
That, something like that is tied to colonization.
No, that makes sense though,
It's
logically.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
One thing that we wanted to ask you about too is, and this is, we always want to, you're welcome anytime, but especially in February, of course, is Black History Month.
Yes,
and,
sir.
And of course, the Hop Knot, a black-owned business.
Yes, sir.
And I think although you once described yourself on the show as you called yourself a race ninja.
Yes. I love that you remember this. I love that stuck with you.
Yeah. Well, you're the only person I've ever heard say that about themselves, so it stuck.
Yeah. It's unique. It's unique to me.
Yeah. But I don't know if you wanted to talk at all about Black History Month or about your own experiences with the Hop Knot in terms of it's been a long. I mean, I don't remember how deep we got into all that the last time you were on because it has been a long time. I don't remember that well.
We've gotten very deep.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
But I mean, now how has it been? I mean, obviously the Hop Knot, you kind of did a reset there and it's great.
Yeah.
And the kitchen is beautiful.
Yes. I love the ovens.
Yes.
They're so great.
Yes.
Yeah. Like I said to Jenny before, I was like, if there's something that I hope everybody can come away with after this conversation is that every month is Black History Month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having this really like interesting, introspective kind of time in my life right now where I'm like really assessing like myself and how I fit into the world and how like the world takes me.
Yeah.
If that's not the right word, but I think you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a lot of it just comes from like working in the restaurant and like doing lots of work in the community and meeting lots of people and like just how when you actually get to like when you sit down and talk to somebody and like have a real conversation with them, like how that kind of changes people's perception of you.
Okay.
I was like, I literally just had somebody last night when I was walking down Elm Street. He said hey to one of my boys when we were walking by. And so like I stopped and said hey to them too. And I was using my, I was like, I can't get dapped up. I was like, it's Black History Month and y'all not going to dap me up. And then one of the guys goes, you're not black. And I was like, I was like, cool. Yeah. I was like, okay. Yeah. I was like, you can tell that to like my entire black family, but whatever, dude, like go and keep going on with yourself. Like,
right.
You do you. But I was like, I have to like, I've come to a point now where like, I don't have to defend my identity from anybody. I'm like, cool. You don't think I'm black? Like, that's fine. I am black, but like, I'm also Hungarian.
Yeah.
I'm also like, both of those things can exist.
So are you saying, so you've reached a place where that doesn't bother you anymore, whereas it used to?
Yeah. It definitely used to bother me a lot more,
Yeah.
but now I'm like, I don't really care.
Okay.
Like what people say, like, obviously, like, I still get like annoyed by it. Like, it's annoying when people say it, but
Yeah.
like I don't have to defend that to anybody.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't have to prove to you that I'm black.
Right.
Like,
Right.
It is what it is.
Do you know why that's changed for you? Is there something that has caused that, or is it just you grow and you evolve and you change, and things that used to bother you don't bother you as much?
Yeah,
or?
I think since I started, like, since we opened the restaurant, and like now that I have to I work in a social job, so like I have to interact with so many people.
Yeah.
That like it's kind of helped give me like a different perspective on things, because like I meet all sorts of people.
Sure.
In there, I was like, I literally have like, I could have the mayor walk in one day, and at the same time that the mayor's in there, like some of our like friendly neighborhood people that like can't feed themselves will come in and we'll buy them food. So like, you get like when, especially working in like a downtown like metro area, you can experience anything on any given day.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody can walk into the bar at any time.
Right.
So it's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it, but obviously, I mean, the Hop Knot's been there for a few years. So is there, so you've interacted with a lot of different kind of people. What's different about recently, do you think?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe it is just a matter of just getting older and meeting more people and you just kind of.
Yeah. I actually, you know what? Like, honestly, I think when I started like performing in drag, that was like it really helped flip a switch for me. Oh. Because when I'm in costume, I'm treated completely differently than when I'm not in costume.
Right.
Like in good ways and in bad ways.
Okay.
Like, so like that really like kind of like helped me realize like just the way I am appearing to people, like they have an opinion about me without even knowing me.
Okay.
Like we'll walk down the street like in drag, and like when I do drag, I keep my beard. So I'm a bearded lady when I do drag,
right.
And it's so interesting to like see people's reaction to it, especially these days with like everything going on in the country, like surrounding drag. It's super interesting, and like we'll be walking, like we'll walk 3 blocks down Elm Street, and we will have people like call us slurs And then we will have people tell us how pretty we are. People compliment our outfits. We'll have people like yell freak or whatever. And it's like, oh my God. I'm literally just walking down the street in a dress and a wig. Like, can y'all calm down? I was like, not the people that are hyping us up, but everybody else, like, y'all need to relax.
Right, of course.
The best is walking by 110 though, because like the whole front is just windows. And when we're out in drag, it's usually on like a Friday or Saturday night. So it's like, it's buzzing up in there. Like there's tons of people in there. And we as soon as we're like approaching it, we're like, all right, we all gotta walk. Like we gotta work this window. and like, I love it because the old ladies always get really excited. And then their husbands are like, what the hell is even that?
That's awesome.
It's so much fun.
Hey, by the way, we should mention our friend Erich Pilcher is in the chat room. Erich from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and he does Erich Pilcher's classic film review. And tomorrow we have a review from Erich. The film Juice is the classic film review. It's technically last week's review, but we weren't here Friday, so we're going to run that tomorrow. But he mentions he is wearing his Hopknot shirt today, actually.
Hey, represent across the country.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. 603-250-6007 is the studio line if you'd like to join us. 603-250-6007. Jenny and I are joined by Kenny from the Hopknot.
Yes. When I was there Saturday, I had the vegetarian with the gluten-free wrap. My God, I love that.
So we ran out
of incredible hummus.
We make it ourselves.
I love the hummus.
It's so good. Was it like spicy at all? Was it a little spicy?
Not in a bad way.
Yeah.
No, and very flavorful.
Oh, I love it. I love
this whole sandwich goes together so nice. I'm gonna get hungry now.
Yeah.
Did you say you ran out? Did you run out of the?
Yeah, we ran out of the gluten frees because everybody, like, people like them. There's people that order it just to get that instead of like not even gluten-free people. Like, they just want that.
It tastes really good.
I love it. I tell people all the time, it's like, it's gluten-free, it's vegan, and it tastes good. The texture's nice.
Yeah.
We got vegan cheese now too. When we redid the kitchen, we kind of gained some space.
Yeah.
So like now we're going to be able to start offering like more dietary accessible options.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we got some vegan cheese, and it's actually like, it's good. It's not bad. It's like me being like not dairy restricted. Like I can tell the difference.
Yeah.
Like I can tell, but like if somebody it looks the same. It looks a little bit funny.
Yeah.
Like it looks different. It definitely looks different, but it tastes really good. The texture's not bad. It's just different. So it's great.
Yeah.
It's great. And now dairy-free people that still like cheese can come in and get their cheese on.
There you go.
Yeah. It's great.
Hey, I wanted to ask you because you referred to it too about what's going on in the country with drag shows.
Yeah.
And have you had any? You haven't had any problem here, right?
We have not.
Yeah.
We're very fortunate that we have not.
Well, it's the Northeast. It's
it's like
people aren't as freaked out here.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. It's New England. We're just very quietly shady. But we haven't had any issues with ours. But we did. We have a new door guy. Who's working with us during our drag shows, because before we kind of just like asked around to see if like any of our friends would be cool to like check IDs at the door or anything. But now like with everything going on, like people literally showing up to like drag story hours, like children's events with guns, like people going out to protest with guns. I'm like, all right, like it can go sideways. It can go sideways really quickly, especially when you're in like a bar environment. Like, things can go sideways very quickly. Yeah. So, I felt like I needed somebody more I needed a professional doorman to do that job, because like he's good about watching. He's been a door guy downtown forever, like as long as I've been drinking. So like he knows a lot of people. Yeah. Like he knows the area, and like when he's working, like I can see him watching, like he's just always watching. And I was like, that's what I need. Like, I just need somebody, I need your eyes out. I was like, cause I'm behind the bar, I'm working.
Right.
I was like, obviously I want to be looking out for everybody, but I'm one person. And if God forbid, if anybody were to show up with something, like, I need somebody at the door to be like, yo, like get everybody out of here.
Yeah.
It's, you go.
Well, I was curious. So what would you say to people who do have a problem with it? I mean, do you not address it?
I try to just tell people that, like, I think a broad like opinion of it from people that are outside of it is that drag is overtly sexual.
Yeah.
And it's not. It's if you go like people that won't go to a drag show but will go to like a play.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, there's no difference. There's literally no difference because all the men on that stage are wearing costumes and makeup too. I was like, and like they're wearing wigs and costumes and makeup too. So why is it
right?
Why is it that like why is that okay but ours isn't?
Right.
I was
right.
like, because to us, like in our house, like drag is an art form.
Right.
Like it's self-expression, it's art, it's comedy, it's music, it's dancing, it's all of these things. It's fashion. Like it's so many things. And people have this like this very misguided opinion on it that like we're groomers and we're out to turn all your kids gay. And I'm like, it's not like that. I was like in our house, like we very much like preach community. Like it's like drag is for everybody. Anybody can do drag. You can be a woman and you can still be a drag queen. You can be a man, you can still be a drag king. Like you don't have to like swap genders or anything like that. Like you can do whatever the heck you want when you're in drag.
Right. Are there women who dress like men?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is that common?
Yeah. So like mostly, and a lot of like I think how drag is perceived, it comes from like RuPaul's Drag Race because that's like that's the most accessible way to see drag. But that's very like the queens that they have on that show. It costs them tens of thousands of dollars to go on that show. Yeah. It's insane how much money it takes for them to go and compete on that show because they have to do 16 episodes. They have to have different outfits for all of these things, different wigs, makeup to last them this long. Like it's a huge investment to go out and do that stuff. I lost my train of thought. What was your last question?
No, I was asking about women dressing as men.
So there's lots of words and everything. So like traditionally, quote unquote, traditionally, if a man dresses as a woman, drag queen, a woman dresses as a man, drag king. There's also like women. So if a woman wants to be a drag queen, some people will call them AFAB queens, assigned female at birth.
Oh, okay.
Or they'll call them bio queens, like biologically women, but still presenting as a drag queen.
Yeah.
In our house, we have a drag thing, non-binary.
Yeah.
So they, with that, like, I very much appreciate their aesthetic because, like, whenever I say, like, whenever I'm talking about, like, non-cisgendered people, like trans people or non-binary people, like, the words, like, quote unquote presenting female or presenting male, like to me that's just like gender is a construct. I was like, because in lots of non-European cultures, like people that kind of blended or were outside or within the gender binary, like those people have existed for thousands of years. Like you can trace it back in history, like Greek history, tons of them. The word hermaphrodite is Hermes and Aphrodite. Coming together.
True.
Like that's where the word came from. So like these things have existed for so long.
And in the bizarre irony that there was a period of time when women were not allowed on a stage.
Yeah.
All of the roles were played by men.
Yeah.
That's true.
Women couldn't be on a stage. It was illegal.
Kabuki theater. It's all men.
Yeah.
It's all men.
We have a call. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Hey, good afternoon, Matt and Jenny.
Hey, Eric.
This is Erich.
Erich Pilcher joins us.
Hey.
Hello.
Yes. As I frequently call myself, as the token conservative Christian of the Matt Connarton Unleashed crowd, I would just like to tell Kenny, live your life, man. Do what makes you happy.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I say this so many times that there's a line, and there's a line, and it gets crossed so frequently, and it's sad and pathetic between not agreeing with something and hate. And for whatever reason, this world, we seem to think that that they're one of the same.
Mm-hmm. That's deep. That's a really good point.
No, oh yeah. You see it constantly. You see it everywhere.
No, no, it's not. Like, I can say I don't agree with it and not be hateful.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I that's just, it's horrible and just sickening when I don't even watch the news. That I read the news online, but I don't watch the news because so many people claim to be Christian and they forget that the tenet of Christ is to love.
Mm.
And that's the thing, man. That's all I wanted to say, Kenny. Live your life. Be happy.
I appreciate
do what you need to do to be you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, sorry if it wasn't eloquent enough.
Oh my God,
yeah,
no, that was so
Kenny
eloquent.
talking about it, and I felt compelled to call in and say that because so many times there's situations where people like Kenny are on the radio or on TV, and people protest and they yell and they're just hate mongers, and it's disgusting and pathetic.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to see if I could turn the tide a little bit and say, just keep being you, Kenny.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. No, well said, Eric. Absolutely.
So, yeah, I mean, like I said, there's a major difference between being hateful and spiteful and angry and just not agreeing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we need to get back to understanding that difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And and the sooner we do that, the world will be a better place, not just now, but in the future.
Preach.
Yeah. Agreed. All right, Eric. Well
So,
said.
yeah, that's all I wanted to add to the conversation. Yeah.
Right.
And if you want, you can send some of those gourmet pretzels to Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
If I can figure out a way to get them over to you, I will.
There you
There's
go.
also a request for Illinois.
Okay. Heard.
Just saying.
Heard.
Well, as someone who gets a lot of stuff in the mail, package-wise, most packages that come to Iowa from the East Coast do go through Illinois. So,
Also, you can do a pit stop.
Going on a little hot knot road trip. That would be cute. That would be super fun.
There you go.
that's a massive road trip. It's like my aunt and uncle live in Maine, and it's about a 20-hour drive for them here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My family lives north of Toronto. It's like a 16-hour drive.
Oh yeah, it's
I
gotta
can't
be.
do it anymore.
Yeah.
I just want to fly every time now.
Yeah, that's
Bro.
a haul.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, let's just hop on a plane.
I thought, Kenny, you were saying that I was thinking they're in Toronto coming to Iowa for some reason, and I was going to say, then they get an so-lovely drive through Detroit.
Yeah, right. Say hey to Eminem while you're driving through.
No, drive fast and just get through it.
Yeah.
That would be my advice.
There you
So,
go.
but I'll let you guys go. I'm sorry to derail the conversation, but I
No.
just felt compelled to call in and add that.
No, I'm glad you did. It's an excellent message. Thank you, Eric.
No problem. Have a good rest of the show.
All right, thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, that is our friend Erich Pilcher, and I'll remind you, of course, he does his classic film review every Friday, although this week we have a little bit of a bonus because we weren't on last Friday, so we've got Juice he's reviewing tomorrow for us. So looking forward to that. And that does open up the line for you, 603-250-6007, 603-250-6007. Jenny and I are joined in the studio by Kenny from the Hop Knot, and we do have Authentic Dissent, the band, coming up in the second hour. But no, I like what Eric had to say. You see on social media, you see there's so much hate from people who claim to be followers of Christ who seem to.
Oh my God!
You know what? The thing that really gets to me all the time is the fact that these people sexualize everything.
Everything.
You're talking about artistry, and like I think of one of my favorite movies is The Birdcage.
Yeah,
I love that movie.
Iconic.
And he's like,
Iconic.
they're trying to do the dance routine. No, kickball chain.
Yes.
Like I love that, and that's actually what's going on. There's artistry, there's makeup and costume design, and maybe even set design. There's all this creativity going through,
Yeah.
and gender fluidity
You've
is
been
not
with
a
me
bad
through my
thing.
whole makeup journey. Like I first started doing makeup like when we met.
Yes.
I was like, and I would like show you my pictures, and you're like, oh
Yep.
my god, that's so cool.
Right.
I was
And
like-
now but it took a lot for you to be able to show other people that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you have a specific character that you do, or do you?
So my drag persona is Glam Chowda.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
You want to know where the name came from? Because it's really funny.
Okay.
So I had in my head for the longest time, I had a name, and it was Shasandra Berry. And it was Shasandra it's an actual berry.
Okay.
But it's the only naturally occurring thing that makes you taste all 5 flavors at the same time.
Really?
Yeah, it's disgusting, but like it's cool. Actually, I have some at home. Next time I come on, I'll bring it for you so
It's
you can try it.
disgusting, and I'm going to bring it for
Well,
you.
but it's interesting. It's interesting. It's like from the chef's standpoint, I'm like, what?
That is crazy.
I thought it was gonna be like I thought it was gonna be really cool, and I was like, oh no, this is gross. Like, never mind. But so that was my name. Like for the longest time, I thought if I ever did drag, that would be my name.
Yeah.
But then one day at Hop Nut, we had clam chowder on the one of the that was the soup we had, and
Yeah.
I had it on a blackboard behind the bar, and somebody looked at it and they're like, "What's glam chowder?" And I'm like, "Glam chowder, like that's it. That's the
my
name.
God.
That's the name." And ironically, it was my friend Stephen King, who spelled exactly
Oh,
like
wow.
the author. Yeah,
Oh,
so I
that's
was like,
funny.
it was super funny, but he said it,
Yeah.
and like light bulb went off. I was like, "That's it."
Yeah.
I was like, "It is so campy." And it's so New England, and it's so dumb. I love it.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's
and you
great.
have gotten killer with your makeup. Oh my
I
God,
I
you've
was
really
scrolling
gotten
through my
so
Instagram
good
the
at
other day.
it.
I was like, I can't believe like what I'm able to do with I surprise myself sometimes.
Yeah.
With like how
That's
good my
awesome.
makeup has gotten. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
I was like, it's like
It's a palette.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
a palette. It's just
I'm
it's
painting,
like
but my canvas
your
is my
canvas
face.
is your face, yeah.
I was like, and it's a nice
the colors.
yeah.
I love all the colors.
It's nice to like I just love like when I first started just playing with makeup, it really just was like just taking 3 hours and like looking at myself in the mirror and like playing some music, and it was me time. Like that was my self-care. It's like I
Yeah.
would go in, I would moisturize my face, and then I would just like I have to look at myself in the mirror for 3 hours. So like I would just get home after work, I would crack a beer, and I would just start doing makeup just to like kill the time. But like that time, it's self-reflection time. Like
Yeah.
I have to look myself in the eye while I'm doing this,
Right. Yeah.
and like look at my face, and like for me, like I love like the perspective it's giving me about makeup, because like with like especially like with women, like it's like you're beautiful with or without your makeup. I was like with like I'm a pretty girl, like I'm a handsome man, I'm also a pretty girl.
There you go.
But it's like for everybody, I was like, it's just like once you wipe the makeup off, like that's you, boo. Like love that. Love that. I was like, I get compliments all the time when I'm in drag, like, oh my God, you're so pretty, you're so pretty. I'm like, why can't people tell me that like when I'm not in drag, like without makeup on? Like I want to be told I'm pretty.
you are.
We have a call. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Hi, Maddie. It's Gary.
Hey, Gary. How you doing?
How are you feeling?
Better. Much better.
Very good. I worried about you all week, and I hope you do. I hope you were doing okay.
Yeah, I hadn't been sick like that in a long time.
Yeah.
Long time.
I missed
Couple
you on
years.
I missed you on Friday night.
Yeah, I missed being here. Thank you, Gary.
Yeah. Jenny, my love, how are you?
I am Ducky. How are you?
Good. You must be a proud mama. I listened to your son. He is fantastic.
I am. He did such a great job on Granite State of Mind. It was great.
Oh yeah, I was like, wow, man, what a voice.
Actually, we
What a
booked
kid.
him. He's
What
going
a
to come
guitar
on.
player, you know?
Yeah. Yep. Self-taught.
Yeah. So
Very
I
proud
said,
of
yeah,
him.
that's a proud mama.
Very talented. A lot of hard work in years in that.
Oh yeah. And Kenny, hey, I like your place, the Hop Knot.
Hey, thanks, Gary.
I was there with Jenny and Matt one of the first times. I think it's a real cool place.
Thank you, appreciate it.
And you know, my 2 cents in on drag queens and everything like that. I had a friend that was one, and he this was a long time ago. Maddie knows the story of my friend Joey, and yeah, he was the most ugliest guy in the world. And when he dressed up and he performed and he sang and everything, he was great. You know, he had a wife and kids, but he still, you know, he had other friends. But I always thought it was really cool that people can do that. And I, you know, through my life, like I said, I'm an old fart. I'm 64. I've had a lot of gay friends that I really enjoyed being around because they were real. They were real people. You know, you could laugh and joke with them. And I have a niece that I haven't seen in a long, long time, and I guess her mom and dad kicked her out because she's a lesbian. And I was heartbroken that she wouldn't come and talk to me because she thought I would be the same as them.
Oh, wow.
And I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not, you know? I love people that can perform, and I can write some music and stuff like that. But to dance and perform, nah, I'm not that type. My friend Steve, grew up with him. He's on Broadway. He writes stuff. He's on off Broadway. He writes that. And he does things. He's a great performer. You know, him and his partner live in New York, and we were really great friends. And way back in the early times, I was kind of his protector. Because everybody would make fun of him and try to beat him up. And I said, no, you don't touch my buddy Steve.
Yeah.
And they would say, well, why? I says, well, because Steve is Steve, and he gets all these hot girls around him, so I want to be his friend.
There you go.
But no, you know, I just wish people would just mind their own business, get along.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. Absolutely.
And just really, you know, people are people, and they want to do things, you know?
Maybe someday.
You have, you know, and you have some of these really born again Christian people that like in the Bible Belt and stuff like that, and they're like, oh, you know, yeah, that's so evil, and then you see them coming out of, you know, anything sexual, and you see them come out of a strip joint, you know, like, what were you doing there? Oh, I was trying
magazines in the paper bag.
I was trying to get people back, you know, back into the Christian religion. Yeah.
Doth protest too much.
You know, why do you have a card there? You know.
Yeah.
Why are you like the not the employee of the month, but you are like the customer of the month?
Right.
You know. So,
yeah.
Yep. No, I just love all people. That's you know, you spread the love. You spread the love, not the hate.
Exactly.
Spread the love and not the hate.
Preach.
So
exactly.
That's my line. Spread the love, not the hate.
Yep.
You know, maybe you'll learn something. You know, maybe you'll educate yourself.
Yep.
There you go. There you go.
But yeah, that's my long goodbye. But Jenny, yeah, I was so impressed with your son. I really was. So
thank you.
Tell him he's got a fan.
Will do. Will do.
And Kenny, I love pretzels. So
well, then I'll see you down at the house.
I'll try. I'm going to be moving a little closer to the city, so I'll try to get down and make my way to get something to eat.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Excellent.
Yeah, but
Coming over to the
I love
good
you
side,
guys.
the west
You know,
side.
I love you all, and Matt knows, and Jenny knows how much I love them. They're my family. So, and you know, I have and Kenny, if you want to be my friend, I'll be your friend.
Gary, we friends. We friends. We all family up in here.
There you go.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, all
So
right.
you got an old fart for a friend, okay?
I got a bunch of them.
I'm an old fart, so but you know.
Well, all right, Gary.
But I like to be friendly. All right, you guys.
Well, we appreciate
Love you all,
All right,
and have a great day. It's beautiful out there. Enjoy.
All right.
Talk to you later.
We love you,
Bye-bye.
Gary. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, very nice. That was our friend Gary. And if you'd like to get him with a call, 603-250-6007, 603-250-6007. Jenny and I are joined in studio by Kenny from the Hop Knot, our amazing sponsor. And do you have a lot of events coming up? You just did, of course, the one that Jenny was at over the weekend. And
nothing too crazy. We do have our monthly drag show, the Gender Blender, the first Saturday of the month.
Yeah.
Last year, or since we started doing them, we were alternating doing daytime, like a Sunday brunch and a Saturday late night show.
Yeah.
But this year we're we're doing exclusively late night Saturday night shows. But in a couple of months, we're planning some big. We want to do like super family friendly, super community oriented, like drag, like story hours, sing-alongs kind of things, like so that people can like bring their kids to it, like arts and crafts, live music, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the only like big thing we have up right now.
Well, I bet I know somebody that might be willing to come and do some origami.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Love origami.
I think I know somebody that might be interested in that event.
Yeah.
She has a tag along too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And you've got live music Friday nights, but that's going to be changing?
Yes, I believe it's once March hits, we're moving to Saturdays. Yeah, but yeah, it was like I felt I was feeling bad for the musicians because Friday nights are kind of hit or miss for us.
Yeah.
Saturdays are like we definitely have more people on Saturdays than we do on Fridays.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, let's just move it to Saturday so we can like have a crowd.
And your
like,
hours have changed a bit, right?
Yeah, we so we're closed for lunch now on Wednesday and Thursday. We open at 4.
Okay.
And then we're staying open all night. So we got and our kitchen's open all night on Friday, Saturdays. Kitchen's open till 11:30. So we got some late night food. I was like, if you're out and about, you need to put a little bread in your belly before you go home. Come through, shove a pretzel in your face.
There you go.
I was like, it's great. People really love it because there's not a lot of places you can get food late night anymore downtown.
Yeah.
After COVID hit,
that did change a lot.
There's only Red Arrow, obviously,
and that's packed.
Oh, I know. I mean, I like to go at like 4 a.m.
We were talking recently on Retros. I think it was an on-air conversation. It might have been off-air. Retro Spectrum Radio on a Friday night. We were talking about how there used to be like at least one food cart. Because years ago, when I'd play in bands and if we were doing a show like at the old, it's not there anymore, but the Uptown Tavern, afterward there was a guy, selling sausages and bratwurst or whatever.
There's a cart that's posted up outside of 603 over here.
Oh, there is?
He's not out right now, but it's a husband and a wife. I actually just saw him the other night. But yeah, they have I rolled up one night, they have empanadas.
Oh.
And
really?
I was going to a house party like after the bars.
Yeah.
I had
so
one
I
in
walked
years.
up. I had met him before and I walked up like, oh yo man, like how's it going? It was the end of the night. And so I'm going to this house party. I was like, how many empanadas you got left? He's like, we got 15. I was like, give me all of them.
Oh, no
I was
kidding.
like, I will take all of them. I was such a baller walking in there.
Yeah,
I was like, guess who brought the snacks?
That's awesome.
It was wonderful. It was so great.
That's awesome.
Hey, we had a question in the chat room. Jason Federson, also known as J-Fed, that's what Peter calls him on the morning show, was asking. Legitimate question. Does it get hot in the costume?
Yes, it is so hot. Like, it's so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because
How do you keep your face from melting off?
good technique and setting spray. I have a friend that uses hairspray. Like it was like, that's definitely not good for you, but like it
that's
works.
a bit risky.
But I've had a couple of my girlfriends tell me that too. They're like, I was like, because like I have like some of my girlfriends that like always wear like lots of makeup and like work in service industries. I was like, how do you keep your makeup on? They're like, no lie, hairspray. I'm like, ooh.
Wow.
I was like, I don't like that. I'm not gonna do that. I'd rather melt. But
no, don't put that in your eyes.
Like, because like when we do it, like we're like modifying our body a little bit to like, again, quote unquote, present more feminine.
Yeah.
So like we have to make our hips wider. So we wear couch cushions. Like we wear just because of the way men and women's bodies are.
Yeah.
Like
I would have never guessed that.
Your hips sit differently. So like we put couch cushions on, and then to keep them in place, you have to wear tights, but not just one pair of tights. You have to wear like 4 pairs of tights because you need it to blend in. And then you have to wear a corset, and then you have to wear a bra. And I'm cheap, so I just stuff socks in my bra.
Right.
And then if you're doing a reveal, you're wearing 2 outfits, and you're wearing a wig, and you're wearing makeup. It's so uncomfortable. It's so uncomfortable. I was like, everybody's like, oh my God, it's so glamorous. I'm like, no, girl. I was like, nah, it's horrible. It's awful.
Do you ever have a night where you go, I don't think I'm up for it?
Yes. We were just supposed to do a show. Like a week or 2 ago. There was 3 of us, but a friend of the other two had passed away.
Oh.
And I was like, no lie. Oh my God, I'm so happy I don't have to do this show. I was like,
Yeah.
I really don't feel like doing this.
Right,
I
right.
was like, and don't even get me started on what we have to do with our private parts when we're in drag. I was like, girl, let me tell you, wearing 4 thongs, not comfortable, especially when you're running around.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. I was like,
I thought you were going to say tape.
I mean, we'll talk. We'll save that. We'll save that for Unsheathed. We'll save that for Unsheathed.
yeah, I was going to say, I don't need to know.
I know that we're like coming up on the end of the hour. But I was like, with this whole conversation, like, I love that we got to talk about drag and everything.
Yeah.
I was like, but like, if there's another thing that I hope people can take away from like conversations like this that we're having, is that like we're all a lot more similar than we think, and especially like it being Black History Month and talking about drag and stuff like that, like the queer community, like the LGBTQIA plus community, the Black community, like all fighting the same fights. Women fighting the same fights as all of that. Like everything, like Roe v. Wade getting overturned, like boom, that affects so many people. I was like, it affects like cis women, it affects trans men. I was like, trans men can still get pregnant.
Yep.
Like they can still have babies. So like it's widespread. And like when it comes to like these social justice movements, it's like you can't leave anybody, like you can't exclude people from it.
Yeah.
Like you literally
Everybody gets a seat at the
has
table.
to fight the fight. Everybody has to fight the fight together. And I think like it's just a whole thing, like the Black Lives Matter movement and everything like that. I was like, the LGBTQ community is so important to that. It's so important to that. And and vice versa.
Yeah.
And vice versa. Like anybody fighting for rights for the queer community. I was like, we need the BIPOC community. Like we need people of color in that fight too. I was like, it takes everybody.
Yeah, not everyone gets that. So I think that's a good thing to bring up. I mean, some people do, clearly, but some people don't. And I think that's a really important thing to bring up.
Yeah. I was like, it's like, for me, it's not something that I think about all the time. Like,
Sure.
I have like, and it's not something I consciously think about because it's the reality I live in.
Yeah.
But like, it really, like, you have to talk to people. You have to talk to people you disagree with. You have to, you have to hear them out and hear where their opinion is coming from and all of these things. Like, that's how you get to know people. That's what affects change. Like, that's how you like, you don't like, I forgot who was that called in. Like we're all allowed to be different. We're allowed to disagree.
Erich?
Yeah, we're allowed to disagree with each other. What we're not allowed to do is like fight, like harm each other.
Right.
We don't get to be mean to each other. Like, you shouldn't be doing that. Like, we're all human at the end of the day.
Yeah. There needs to be less judgment because I think what happens is really simply is just people assume the worst motives of others. And and this is a great example where some, people, like you said earlier, people look at people in drag and they're groomers. They're trying to recruit our children. They're going to make our children trans or gay or, and it's like, no, but that's what people will do. And it kind of gives them an excuse. In their own mind, it gives them an excuse to kind of justify their hate or their.
It's sad when people do that.
paranoia.
A lot of times, the people that they're passing judgment on, they really don't know.
No,
and you have no idea of that person's life, and you literally could have just sent them right over the edge of a cliff. Because you touched their heart in such a horrible way.
Yeah.
Because you don't know their private life. You don't know how they're living.
Also, it works the opposite way too. Like, you talk to somebody, you could walk away, like you could both walk away feeling amazing. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, I never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's crazy.
If you listen to each other.
Yeah, if you listen
guys
to each
just
other.
long enough to listen and be, well, maybe I can be more open about this.
And
Maybe
not just
there's more to
hearing,
it.
like actively listening.
Receive it.
Receive it. Don't just like let it go in one ear and out the other. Like,
Exactly.
think about it. Sit with it. Talk to other people about the conversation you
Sleep
had.
on it overnight.
Sleep on it.
Give it a couple of days.
Yeah, talk to that person again in a week.
Allow yourself to not pass an immediate judgment.
Yeah.
Allow yourself to have the time to really soak in everything before you form an opinion.
By the way, our friend Miriam Banish in the chat room, she says, I wish my non-binary kid lived closer so I could take them to the Hop Knot.
Oh, if they ever come to visit, you bring them by.
Yeah, no doubt.
I made them a holly.
Well, we are approaching the top of the hour, and we've got the band is going to be coming in the second hour. But Kenny, thank you so much. This has been wonderful.
For having me. I was like, every time I come on and like the time's up. I'm like, damn, like I really want to keep talking. I really want to keep having this conversation.
Well, you're always welcome.
I know.
We don't. This doesn't have to be once every 6 months or whatever.
I was like, people are going to be like, he only had him on because it's Black History Month. It's like, no, the invite is always open.
Yeah, every time I see you, I remind
Seriously?
you.
Seriously?
Yeah. But yeah, especially a Monday or a Tuesday when I know you're closed there across. That's still the same, right? Monday and Tuesdays are weekend.
I'm in to talk about anything.
Yeah,
Anything.
absolutely.
Oh my God, I'm always down to talk about anything. You know this.
Absolutely. Well, let's do it more.
I don't know because I don't see you here.
Yes,
I could know maybe.
So we'll do it more often. We're getting you. We're
across the street.
We're putting you on the. We're putting you on the spot. We're getting you on record saying you will. You will be back.
I will be back.
I'll be back.
I did talk to Drag Mom Chi Marvel.
Oh yeah.
About wanting to come on the show too. So
cool.
maybe
absolutely.
Maybe I can round her up.
Yes.
Maybe I can round her up and we can come on together and we can talk more. We can talk more about drag.
That would be awesome.
That's like the really exciting thing in my life right now that I really enjoy talking about. So
yeah.
like, I'll be
Well, when
happy.
are we going to see you next? Do you have a show coming up or?
Glam. Oh, actually, yes. We just booked Great North Ale Works up in off of Candia Road in the Industrial Park on April 11th. We are going to be doing drag bingo, so you can catch Glam Chowda, Chi Marvel, and Obscura Freak Show, the Fearsome Threesome. We're going to be over there hosting bingo, probably do a couple numbers. Great local beer, wonderful people there.
I used to play bingo.
It's right. And you know what's funny? It's right next to the bingo hall. It's like right next to the actual bingo hall.
Oh my
gosh! I'm like,
gosh.
shoot, like you think they could like give us some equipment? Like, can we get like, can y'all holler at us with some cards?
There you go. All right. Well, we're gonna get to break. I'm gonna play this track. I think this is the new single, "Rise Again," from the guys from Authentic Dissent. This is their first song with the new singer, if I'm not mistaken. So we're gonna give this a listen. We're gonna get those guys in here. Oh, actually, we're gonna give this a listen. We're gonna show some love to our amazing sponsors, like the Hop Knot, of course. And then we'll get those guys in here for the second hour. Kenny, thank you again, my friend.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Love having
Down
you
with
in.
patriarchy.
Agreed.
And we'll be back. Don't go away. More to come. on down to the Hop Knot at 1000 Elm Street, Manchester's premier craft beer and gourmet pretzel bar. Tell us more, Trudy.
We make our dough fresh every day. We make a variety of styles of pretzels and serve craft beer, cocktails, and a few bottles of wine. We do the traditional pretzel, and we have multiple flavors for that. We also do stuffed pretzels, pretzel sandwiches, free dessert pretzels, and pretzel knots.
The Hop Knot in the Brady Sullivan Plaza at 1000 Elm Street.
Bring your kitchen to life with Queen City Cabinetry, located at 87 Elm Street in the historic Sunbeam Mall in Manchester. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. They can be reached at 603-222-2007 or on the web at queencitycabinetrynh.com. Come see the possibilities. Queen City Cabinetry, another proud sponsor of WMNH.
Clemento's Pizzeria, family friendly, awesome for a date night. Clemento's Pizzeria.
For delivery, call 603-782-8450.
Clemento's Pizzeria, the best pizza in town.
1875 South Willow Street in Manchester, New Hampshire.
Best cocktails around.
Come in as friends and leave as family.
This hour on WMNH is sponsored by CGI Business Solutions, located at 5 Dartmouth Drive in Auburn. They serve all your business needs, including employee benefits planning, corporate design and business administration, investments and wealth management, and customized business insurance solutions. Their phone number is 866-841-4600 or on the web at cgibusinesssolutions.com.
WMNH, rip the knob off.
Welcome back, everybody. We are well into hour number 2, numero dos of Matt Connarton Unleashed, and we are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM in glorious downtown Manchester, New Hampshire. Also on Comcast 97 if you're in Manchester. And hello to all of our online listeners across the nation and around the globe. You can go to my website, mattconnarton.com, for all of your live streaming options, social media links, contact info, show archives, etc., etc. Today is Monday, February 20th, President's Day 2023. And Jenny is here, of course, at the news desk.
Present and accounted for.
And we have a band with us in studio. Welcome, guys. We've got the members of Authentic Dissent here, and we got the whole band. All four.
Oh yeah, yep.
Very nice. Very
That's
nice.
rare.
Yeah, that is rare.
Yeah.
To get to be able to get everybody in here at once. Let's we'll start over here with you, sir. Tell us who you are and what you do in the band, please.
Sure, Mike Osborne.
Get right up on that. That mic is not great.
How's that?
There you go.
Yeah, Mike Osborne, guitar.
Tim Legassi, vocals.
Mike Tortola, drums.
Dave Lawley, bass.
All right, very good. I will forgive me if I don't get everyone's name straight during our conversation here today, but it's great to who's the new guy? So there's a new you're the new singer?
New singer.
Very good. Now that track we played, that was the first song with you on it, is that correct?
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. And and thank you, and I'll hold this up too for people watching online. You brought us CDs for Jenny and I. We appreciate that. The from Authentic. Camera's over there. Authentic Dissent. Very cool. Gradually, then suddenly. I like the sound. How many tracks are on this? Is this an EP or is it a full length or?
That's an EP, 5 songs.
Excellent. And it sounds great. Where do you guys record?
The Den Studios in North Reading. Doug
Batchelder down in North Reading. He does.
I can never get his name right.
He actually works with us on drum tracking and mixing, and then a lot of the guitars and vocals we actually record ourselves.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
So now that's interesting. So, do you have a home studio that you record those parts at and then bring to him? Is that?
Yeah, we run things through a software, through our computers, and make sure we basically throw it back and forth, and we all kind of chip in and make changes and suggestions. And then when we get it to where we think we're happy with it, then we send it to Doug, and he kind of helps us mix it with everything else that we've recorded with him. So it's worked out nice.
Interesting. Yeah. No, it works out really well. It sounds great. Everything I listened to today sounds really good. Thank you. Yeah, we opened with The Weight of the World, which is a great track. Is that also on here?
It is.
Okay.
It is. Yeah, the CD was finished and released in 2021 with the previous singer, and then we made the change last year, and Tim joined us. And so Rise Again, which is the song that you had just played, is the first one we've done with Tim, but we have more in the works.
Oh, okay. So the other singer is on the other tracks then on this?
Correct.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, there's 2 instrumentals and 3 songs on there with vocals.
Oh, okay. Now, what happened to the other singer? I'm always looking for the dirt, guys. Give me some dirt. Even if it's not that interesting, just make something up that sounds
It's pretty
juicy.
interesting, but I don't know how much you'll get dirt out of him.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on. It's just us talking.
I think to in a nutshell, he did a nice job on the recording.
Yeah.
Didn't quite meet the expectations that we expected with a live performance.
Oh, okay.
So that was the challenge.
Okay. Interesting. So live was he was it a matter of stage presence or just because I'm curious because I've met some, not to make anybody uncomfortable, but I am curious because say as much or as little as you like, but I've seen that where, sometimes a singer, they might have a great voice, but live they're just, this is because what you're doing is very energetic. So you probably, it's probably important to move around and
that actually wasn't so much of a problem. Our minimum expectation is that you know your parts.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh, that's a problem. Then.
Yeah.
One show there was some Billboard style notes so he could remember lyrics and it was,
really
yeah.
It just wasn't what we expected or anticipated. So we did a reset and brought Tim on, and it's been night and day. It's been great.
So Tim, you have good memory skills. Then you can remember that.
He can add and subtract a couple numbers at the same time while he's singing. Yeah, he's good.
Well, then I knew that was important too, so I really
yeah.
No words to the song.
Well, that's
I'm
kind
actually
of
writing him
important
on
if
my
you're
hands.
singing,
He
yeah.
just hasn't seen that.
Right.
Yeah, he's got a little cheat sheet. So
Set up a little teleprompter like Ozzy.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
truthfully, he's brought us to another level. To be honest with you, so it's
Excellent.
been
Yeah, he really has.
Appreciate it.
We'd all agree with that. I
Getting
think.
some love.
We loved him.
Excellent. We've got the guys from Authentic Dissent here with us in studio. If you have anything at all for the band, questions or feedback or anything, 603-250-6007. The studio line is open, 603-250-6007. Can you guys talk to me about influences a little bit? In listening today, there's a little bit of 80s vibe there, but it doesn't sound like it's of the 80s. It sounds modern, it sounds fresh, but I can hear the influences too, like so on some of the songs more than others. I'm just curious, like how do you guys define your sound? And which everyone always hates that question, but and can you tell me about the influences that go into it?
Is that me or you or?
Oh, whoever wants to talk.
Meeny, meeny, miny, mo.
When it's the full band, it's just a free for all. Feel free to speak up.
I have a pretty broad spectrum of influences on it, at least from my perspective. So anything metal or rock has always been in my wheelhouse. So playing that kind of stuff.
Towards the heavy stuff, I tend towards more lighter, classic rock, blues stuff. And I think it just kind of comes together and
meets in the middle somewhere.
Yeah. Like I said, it's I hear different influences, but it's not anything that sounds like it's necessarily of a specific time or genre. Is that are you guys when you write, is it all together or how does the writing process work?
Very slowly.
Yeah, is that true? Yeah.
There's some truth to that. But
Well, I think we just want it to be the best it can be. So,
Yeah.
like Dave said before, we'll kind of send ideas back and forth. I'll shorten this part, maybe do this here, that there, and then we'll adjust and we'll send it back out so we can all kind of listen again and go over it, and then we'll practice it like that for a little bit and kind of tweak individual parts and little details, I think.
And we all have full-time jobs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That always makes things a challenge. When you send it to Dave Batchelder,
Doug.
is that?
Doug, yep.
Doug.
Oh, Doug.
Yep.
Doug Batchelder. When you send that to him, does he have any input in terms of the songs themselves, in terms of how they're written, or only the mixing? Does he ever give you feedback on arrangements or anything?
He'll give us feedback, usually on just his opinion or what he thinks. He's never said anything to us that we should change this or that or anything like that.
Yeah.
Although if we have a specific question or issue, like, hey, we're thinking about doing this versus that, and give him some options, he might say which one he likes best.
Yeah.
But no, most of the writing itself is among us.
Yeah.
So
I think we're just trying to keep it as fresh on our end as we can and not sound like anybody, you know.
Right. Yeah.
That's
and
the
interesting. We don't want to
trick.
get, if we get bored with it, then listeners are going to get bored
Oh
with it.
yeah. Of course. Well, let's play another track. I'm going to let you guys pick. So we opened the show today with The Weight of the World, and we just played Rise Again coming out of the break. But do you guys have a song that you would, one of these that you would like to feature specifically?
Yeah, survival. Man.
Survival?
Oh, yeah.
Survival of the fittest. All right. Let's, we'll give this a listen. And anything you want us to know about this song before we play it?
Well, it is important to know that it is the previous singer. It's not Tim on this one.
Okay.
So there's a little bit of a sound difference from Rise Again that you already played.
Yeah.
This song sort of slots in on the EP. There's kind of a theme to the EP, and everything's sort of interrelated a little bit. And this is sort of like the closing, full proper song before the instrumentals on the EP.
Okay. And now the previous singer, did he have a notebook in front of him while he was recording? So
Might have.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I'm sure he did.
Yeah,
he had it in rehearsal, so he must have had it then too.
there you go.
All I know is he used to ask what kind of pants he should wear, and I was like,
Did he?
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, that's good though. He was looking for.
He had a great fashion sense.
He was looking for mentorship and.
Make sure you were matching.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly.
All right,
I should wear pants.
there you go. All right, let's give this a listen. This is Survival of the Fittest from Authentic Dissent.
Yeah.
In this
Nice. Very nice. That is Survival of the Fittest, Authentic Dissent. They have joined Jenny and I in the studio today. Love that. Guys, a question. Is there, so I think you had mentioned there's a theme with the album. Is that track on there? I forget.
It is.
It is on the new one. Because I feel like a lot of the lyrics is I sense a theme of empowerment. There's a lot of like seize the day and
He's good.
Yeah, and I noticed that too. What was the track? What was there was a song I can't remember what song it was earlier in the day. Before the show, there was a certain song where I played, and I had that same thought. It's like, yeah, there's something very positive and sort of seize the day kind of vibe. I mean, but it sounds like I'm onto something.
Yeah. There's definitely a theme to the EP. As a matter of fact, so the history of how this all came together actually revolves around the CD itself, the EP. Originally, the plan was just to do a recording, and the idea of playing live or writing more songs was sort of on the back burner at the time.
Yeah.
So just to give you a little history, Mike and I grew up together since junior high. We've known each other, and we played in cover bands and played songs together and things like that.
Mike, the guitar player.
The guitar player, yes. Sorry. We have two mics here.
Can't see.
So I pestered him one day, and I said, we had never really done a lot of originals. Most of what we had done was cover songs and things like that. And I pestered him and said, I want to make a CD, like a real CD, because, CDs are sort of on the way out, so to speak, but, we only get one shot at this, so let's just go and do it.
Yeah.
So the songs are sort of all, it's not a concept, but it is a theme. It's all intertwined, and not to get overly political in any way, but it's basically revolves around irresponsible spending by the government and really the dangers that like presents to society, which I personally think is something that a lot of people don't grasp. They don't understand how bad that could eventually be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's sort of what the songs sort of progress toward. So when you get to Survival of the Fittest, it's really about the world's going to change, things are going to be different, and the strong will survive.
Okay.
And that's really what it is.
Okay. And is that with, because you've got, how many songs are on this again?
So there's 5.
There's 5, but you've got other songs that are not on this. So the songs that are not on this, Gradually, Then Suddenly, are those also of the same?
No, not exactly. They're not necessarily related to that. We didn't want to be repetitive and sing about the same stuff.
Gotcha.
But we do, and to be fair, these guys can chime in, but we do try to write songs that are less about, getting drunk and partying and things like that. 'Cause that's been done. So we try to write about things that are at least somewhat interesting.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we don't want to come across as like librarians either. So.
Right. No, I get you.
New song, Destruction, that we're working on is Destruction Divine, is kind of based off like social media and how you can get into trouble.
Oh, interesting.
Kind
that's something we talk about a lot on the show is social media. Yeah.
And then focuses on cancel culture.
Okay.
But then we swing as far as like I brought in a song from my old band that my guitarist passed away in my old band. That's how I kind of met up with these guys.
Yeah.
And we brought in a song from my old band. It's called Funeral Home, which is kind of just this melodically dark kind of weird song that I've never heard kind of any kind of style like that. So we're kind of not all over the page, but like we definitely have some different sounds.
Yeah. Cool.
Those are songs that we're hoping to release sometime in the future. So
yeah. Have you guys all been in a lot of other bands or a few other bands or?
I've been in 2 other bands.
You've been in
yeah. But that's the other thing too. Yeah. With these guys, we were kind of getting along more of the lines of we're trying to perfect things. So we're not in the rush of like, oh, let's just put it out. Yeah, we can do it. Yeah. So like it's more of it's bringing the art form that we've all come to know a little bit tighter, and we get we have all these ideas. We're constantly posting stuff on our Google Drive, and we're listening to things and trying to make it as best as we can to sound as good as we can. So
I
like to compare it to somebody who plays golf as a hobby, and like so we have some decent, but not necessarily super expensive equipment. But we're trying not to just get out and scratch. We're trying to be good at it. So we're not going to give up our day jobs. We're not going to quit our careers. But we're also not just doing this to play in a basement and not, we want to do as good as we can. And so far we've done okay.
Yeah. Excellent. Do you play out regularly or somewhat?
We've only played out a couple times, and that's what led us to getting Tim here. So now we're ready to really play out.
I understand. So you haven't played out yet with Tim?
Yeah, not yet.
But we have the show next week.
Oh,
yep, we have a show next week at Midway Cafe in Jamaica Plain. We're looking forward to that. Yeah.
I know it well.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast.
Way back, I don't know if it's the same people who run it now. Probably not, but like way back in the day, I used to do shows there. I would promote shows, put on, a bunch of bands on they would give me Sunday nights because, the guy from New Hampshire, that's what you give him as a Sunday. And, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was cool. I mean, it was so long ago. It's probably been remodeled and everything now. But that's a cool place. It's
neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anybody's listening out there needs a good rock band, a heavy metal band to play, we're available. So
there you go. How many, do you guys do you mix any covers into the set, or do you keep it, or will you be, or do you keep it all originals?
Not really. We've talked about doing it just as a warm up or something like that, but I think we just want to do original stuff.
Yeah, might as well just. I mean, you've got the tunes.
I always had a thing about playing other people's music too. I just it's very hard to duplicate and to get to sound the same, and I think it's just better to play your own stuff.
Well, and on the other hand too, we only play once a week. We have a few hours a week that we can do this. So, we want to work on originals and we want to record. So I think it better serves our purpose and time to focus on those and get those as good as they can be, rather than perfecting a cover.
Right.
You've heard somebody do it 1,000 times. What do we got to do it for?
That makes sense. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah, I agree. And can you tell me about the artwork for this? And again, I'll hold it up for people. For people watching online, this because I love the artwork is really cool. Can you tell us about this? Who designed this? And
so the idea was something that I had kind of thrown to the guy that put it together for us, and he's believe it or not, he's international. He's over in based out of Hungary. But he has a website and does a lot of artwork for different bands. He was the only one that really got back to me. So he's the one we went with.
There we go.
So he and I did a lot of back and forth on the concept of it and the idea, and of course the guys in the band approved it and stuff. So we wanted it to sort of reflect again the potential decay of society when when things go bad or go south.
So how does that work? Do you so when you're communicating to him, you kind of try to type out an idea of what you're going for and then see what he comes up with?
Yeah. Actually, I typed up some ideas of what I had in mind, and then I kind of found like some what do you call them? Just stock photos on Google.
Yeah.
Of things that might be as sort of a starting point.
Yeah.
And then he kind of gave me some samples and drafts and stuff. To be honest with you, what we ended up with isn't exactly what I had in mind, but it came out all right. I was happy with it, and I wasn't anticipating it's going to be exactly, because otherwise I just
he's
do it myself.
The one that did the cover for Rise Again.
He did the cover for Rise Again too.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have Dave had a cover done for that single that we were going to put out.
Oh, right. I think I saw that on Bandcamp.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. I like that.
The online stores will require you to have some sort of original artwork so you can differentiate between other publishings and stuff like that. So
right.
And it didn't make sense to just have, you could basically have everyone have the logo or just the name of the band, but that's kind of boring. So
yeah. So he did that one too.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that. That's a really cool image. And then so he sends you ideas based on what you've told him, and then eventually you say, okay, this looks good.
Yeah. There's a lot of back and forth and little tweaks here and there and things like that.
I can imagine. Yeah. And then did all four of you agree when you saw this one right away, or did anybody have to?
Well, me and Tim weren't involved in that one, so.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, we were before.
Okay.
There were some different iterations, but
Yeah.
for the most part, once we had the basics of it, then it was just a matter of the fine tuning and stuff.
Okay. And what about the logo?
Yeah, he did that as well for us.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Very cool. Very nice.
Yeah, we're happy with how it came out. The band's changed, things have evolved since then, but it still, sounds good, and it's came out. It was where we were at the time, so we're happy with it, and now we're just moving forward.
Yeah. Excellent. Why don't we? I'd like to hear another track. What do you guys? I'll let you guys pick again. What do you guys want to? So
probably Gradually or First Shot.
Gradually,
you want to go with Gradually? Okay, we'll go
Sure.
with the title track here. And anything you want us to know about this before we play it?
This is probably really the main piece of the EP as far as lyrics go, and
Okay.
musically, I mean, it all kind of flows together. What you're hearing at the beginning is sort of the end piece of the instrumental that starts off the EP. I don't know if you want to add anything.
No.
Gotcha. All right, let's give this a listen. So this is Gradually, Then Suddenly from Authentic Dissent. Oh, except I need to actually make it so everyone can hear it. Let's try that again. Here we go.
Should I say this coming your way? Could have stopped, but
There you go. That is Authentic Dissent, Gradually, Then Suddenly, the title track from their new release. And they are with us in studio. We got all four of the guys here, and another great song, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I noticed it says here, I'm looking at your Bandcamp, actually. This was mastered by Andy LaRocca at Sonic Train Studios. I'm just curious, mastering obviously is so important. Is that somebody that that Doug likes to work with, or did you guys choose him? Or
No, so that's for the Rise Again single. That's not for the CD.
Oh, I gotcha.
But no, Andy. This was more of a fanboy moment. Andy's the guitar player for King Diamond.
I thought the name was familiar, but I
Yeah.
couldn't quite place it. No kidding.
But he has his own studio, and he mastered it for us once it was all mixed. So it was just pretty cool to have his involvement with it.
That's extremely cool.
Yeah.
So how did that happen? How did that come about?
Basically sent him a note and said, "Hey, I knew he did mixing and mastering for established bands.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it would be worth his time to just do a digital single.
Yeah.
But he got back to us and said, "Yeah, absolutely." And so we went from there. It was great.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
What's that? Say that again.
He was stalking him.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a King Diamond Merciful Fate fanboy. I'm a huge fan of it.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Now, did he give you any feedback on it, or did he just do the
No,
job?
it was very businesslike. He was
Yeah.
very much, I was tempted to ask him, and then I was like, I don't really know if I want to hear the answer.
Oh, really?
I mean,
Yeah.
you're talking to a legend, basically. So.
Yeah. Does he still tour?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure if they were out on the road or not. Merciful Fate or King Diamond.
Did you just see?
Yeah, Merciful Fate just played Boston in November.
Oh, they did. Okay.
The King Diamond band is probably on, recording or hiatus or whatever, but they'll be back.
Okay. Very cool. Do you guys have like a dream band that you want to open for, or that you want to work with in some capacity? You guys ever talk about that?
There was a crazy moment in time when I had just joined the band that there was like this show we could open up for Dawkins. And we were
Yeah?
like, we're going to open up for Dawkins. We can open up for Dawkins.
Yeah?
Yeah, and that it kind of just never materialized. So,
Oh.
and thank goodness, because the lead singer might not have been able to remember the lyrics.
Oh, boy.
God help us, in the middle of that.
Wow. Yeah.
Like, geez,
That could have been bad. Yeah.
can I have a timeout? I got to go backstage for a second. Hold on. Dawkins going to kick your butt.
Wow.
Get out there.
Oh boy. Is he going to hear this? By the way,
He's probably listening right now.
I feel like I opened the door a little bit, and you guys just kicked it right in there.
Yeah.
But that's good. Mission accomplished.
Yeah, you shouldn't bait us like that, because we'll just take it every time.
It's like I said, I like to get the dirt,
Yeah.
But we didn't have anything against him personally.
No, no.
Everything. It just wasn't working out.
Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah. You're getting some love in the Facebook live chat, by the way. Jason Fedderson says, great song. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.
Mike Pelopita from Queen City Cabinetry, one of our great sponsors here at WMNH, says, very nice.
I need cabinets.
Oh, well,
Seriously,
I gotta look
dude
him up.
is a craftsman.
Yeah.
right.
Oh my God! Like he did this floating sink thing that was amazing.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Pictures. I'm not even kidding.
Oh, yeah.
I will.
Yeah, you got to check out Queen City Cabinetry. Absolutely. Let's see. Also, Pack on the Blue Spot, who I'm pretty sure is from Greensboro, North Carolina, because they all kind of speak the same. He says, we say, awesome song.
Oh, awesome.
So,
Thank you.
very nice.
Nice for the
Nice
love.
to hear. Thank you.
Very nice. Yes, absolutely.
That's impressive. There was no hashtag.
Yeah, there's usually a hashtag. And Pack on the Blue Spot also says, rock on band as well, we said.
Are you skipping the bad ones?
That's literally
No, everything's
That's how everybody talks from Greensboro, North Carolina.
they're very polite, and it is the South, so they're very nice. Crystal, our friend from Illinois, says, would totally suck to be a great singer and get stage fright and freeze up.
Yeah.
That would
I don't think that was it.
That wasn't it.
that wasn't the problem.
He wasn't afraid. He just wasn't prepared.
Just wasn't prepared. Yeah. How many shows did you play with him? I'm curious.
Just two.
Just two.
As a matter of fact, we had a third one, but we canceled it after the second one.
Oh, no
and,
kidding.
and that's when we made the change.
Oh, wow.
Was that the timeout time?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Oh boy. See some.
I won't say anything.
I can say everything.
See, someday you guys are going to be really famous, and you're going to be doing like a documentary, like some kind of monster. And the old singers, he's going to be like talking to you guys. He's going to be like, "What? No second chance?" Get a little.
Where are you getting that from?
Get a little Dave Mustaine.
Oh boy.
Yeah, she hasn't seen some. You haven't seen that, right?
What?
Some kind of monster.
No.
Yeah, we need to watch that.
Okay.
I haven't watched that either.
No.
No. My Metallica ended at Master.
Here's
they were the one American band that was at the concert I went to, and they did the worst out of all the bands.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Overseas.
To the grave in the Netherlands.
Oh wow.
Well, I always
They were the
question
lightest
Lars's
group,
ability
though.
live. I really
By
want to.
comparison to
As a
everybody else
drummer,
that was
I want to
playing
see
with,
Lars
seriously,
play. Because like, can he really play like the new, even the newest song they just released? Like, I want to see Lars like live. Does he really play it that fast? Like, is it?
Yeah.
There's some speculation about that.
Come on, Lars, you're like 60.
Yeah. Well,
hey now.
Oh, sorry guys.
You'll get there.
Yeah, me and
You'll
Tim
get
are the
there and change
youngsters
your
over here,
mind.
so we're like in the kindergarten section, and these guys are like have their AARP cards. Oh, sorry.
Fair enough.
They go to bed early. I have a
Absolutely.
crazy job. I work all hours, so they can't believe when I tell them, it's like 3 a.m. I'm still awake. So.
You know too, with all the meetings.
Yeah.
They're your mentors, is what you're trying to say.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
They're your
Exactly.
mentors.
Mentors.
Hold his youth and inexperience against him.
No.
That's right. There you go.
I proudly go to bed early, by the way.
By the way, Dave, that was a Reagan quote. So
That's right.
What's
That's right.
early?
I know that.
Yeah. What's
early?
Yeah. What is early?
9ish, 9:30 during the week.
That's
Yeah, that's
early.
early.
Yeah. So you're up. So you're up early, I assume.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
5 or 6.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's early too.
That's when I go to bed.
I will say though, some kind of monster is, even if you're not that into Metallica, because they're not one of my. I mean, they're probably in my top 20, but wouldn't necessarily be in my top 10. But it's fantastic.
Is it?
It's
Really?
like really. I think it's probably
I
the
haven't
best.
seen it either. Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah, I think it's probably the best rock documentary ever made.
Really? That's saying a lot.
Yeah, because they're going through this whole therapy thing, and there's
Yeah,
all
the
these.
therapist is on the road
You've
with
seen
all
it.
that
Yeah.
stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's even if you're not that into the band, it's fascinating. I recommend it. Erich Pilcher, who does our classic film reviews every Friday, he recently reviewed it, and it's really good. I've seen it a couple times.
I'd be remiss if I did not ask, in lieu of he who is not here, Eric would like to know, have you ever played in Canada?
No, but my wife is from Canada.
There you
Winnipeg.
go.
So maybe we can one day.
We
you
can
know?
tour in Canada. Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
That'd be
No
fun.
spot.
Our good friend Easy G loves to ask every band if they have played in Connarton.
Yeah, I'm absolute lover of Rush. I've seen them like 5 times live.
Have you?
so,
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't
I know some
get
great
enough
wrestlers
Rush.
I favor a lot of wrestlers from Canada.
That's true. That is true. Now, do you guys have plans to? I mean, I know you said you're not going to quit your jobs or anything,
We
but
do have plans for world domination. Yep.
good. Well,
We're touring.
Well, I mean, with these songs, they're very empowering. You should be aiming high, so that's good. No, but do you guys have any plans to do like a regional tour or anything, or are you just kind of taking it as it comes, or?
Anyone that'll have us at this point, I think we'd play out. Yeah.
We have some feelers out to play a few shows. I don't think anything right now is gonna build up to like a tour per se, but
yeah,
we'd like to play a few shows and get our name out there a little bit within reason. I mean, again, with families and careers and things like that, we're not going to play every weekend or anything like that. But
yeah,
I like playing live. I think it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
If we could play a half a dozen times over the between now and the end of the year, that'd be a lot of fun to me.
Oh yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Have any of you guys been in bands that played out a lot, that kind of did the whole grind out there every Friday and Saturday night kind of thing?
The first band I was in, we played a bunch of shows, but
yeah,
it wasn't. It was more along the lines of it's like a punk band, like so. Like,
oh really?
It was some crazy times. We used to rehearse in this place called the Music Complex in Charlestown,
okay,
Mass, and it was it was like no holds barred, like 4 floors of rooms of people just jamming.
Yeah.
And on the first floor there was some bigger rooms with some kind of bigger names, and we got on with these guys and we played the Middle East. We played
nice
Copperfields, but yeah, it wasn't like, like it is like we're looking for today. Like we're looking to put on a show that's more, quality than it is quantity.
Right, right, yeah.
I think that's what we're aiming for at this point.
Yeah. What was the band? I'm curious.
The first band I was in is Force of Habit.
Okay.
And we had a German guitarist. He was awesome.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Oh, my God. I was in the lobby one day, and we were looking for a guitarist. It was just me, my buddy, and my bass player and a singer. And he comes right up to me and goes, are you looking for a guitarist? And I said, yes, I'm looking for a guitarist. He goes, oh, what kind of music do you play? And I was like, well, we love, rock, metal, all this stuff. And this guy he was actually, you have a picture of Jimi Hendrix up on your wall. He was a combination of like Jimi Hendrix, but also could just put this unbelievable rock to everything.
Yeah.
And he just kind of mentored us. He was awesome.
No kidding.
His name was Martin Dietl. I have very minimal contact with him, but he had to go back to Germany.
Oh.
He was here going to school at the time.
Yeah.
So we only played with him for like a year, and then he left. So,
oh, wow.
But in that year, we grew as a band so much, and we just learned a lot from him because we just, we were self-taught. We would go in a room and just jam all night, just hardcore, just giant speakers, 1 million decibels, never used the earplugs. That's the other thing. These guys led me on to using IEMs, like in-ear monitors.
Yep.
So now I can go home at the end of the night and actually hear my wife or hear my son ask me a question. And I wasn't convinced at first, but like the quality is it's night and day playing with the ear monitors. So like that's the whole thing. It's like a step up from any other band I've ever been in. Playing with these guys. Yeah. And that's the joy of it too. I think we all get along really well too. So
that's critical. I
have a crazy job, so I have to look at the bright side of life. So you can ask these guys. I have 1 million voices, and I'm like the class clown. So but
it's not really even that good a drummer. We just think he's
I
funny.
say seriously, I will be the first to tell you that. Absolutely, I have much to learn. Yeah. So, but that's the other thing too. I think every time you change the realm of the people that you hang out with and you encircle yourself with, you become a better musician. So that's what I've looked. I love going to practice. It's fun. And I think if it wasn't fun for us, we would just be like, screw this.
Well, I think it's safe to say we all look forward every week to practice.
Yeah.
Like we'll go every now and then. Somebody's away or whatever it is. We miss a week, and it's only a week. But when we get back to that following week, it's like, oh my God, it feels like it's been a month. We need to play.
Yeah. That's good, and it's so important too. When everybody gets along. I've been in a bunch of bands, and to me, my favorite bands to be in. It wasn't about when I look back, it wasn't about the even the music necessarily. It was about the people who I was in the band with. And were they fun, and did we all get along, and was it kind of like a little family? So.
No, don't get me wrong. I had fun back in the day, but it was more like these guys will tell you like, holy crap. It's like, hey, what are you guys doing in that room for so long? I don't know. Well, it just sounds like noise when you come out. Now it's more like, hey, this is really good quality stuff. So it's been a fun ride so far, and I'm looking forward to the future. We're still working on new stuff, and every time I feel challenged, which is the best part about being in the band. So it's good.
Yeah, no, that's excellent. That's excellent. Well, we are approaching the end of our journey today, so we'll wrap up with one more song in a minute. But guys, this has been wonderful. Thank you so much, and I want to make sure we leave everybody with listeners with whatever they need to know about where to find you online, social media, anything you want us to know. You got the show coming up at the Midway Cafe, so just anything we want to make sure that people know about, please.
Yeah, thank you. The Midway Cafe show is the 28th. It's a Tuesday, so it's a way to get out of the house during the week and hear some music. Online, we're on a lot of the streaming services, Spotify, Pandora, Apple Music, all that sort of thing. But then we also we do have a Bandcamp page as well as a Facebook and Instagram page, just like every other band.
And I've been dropping those links on in the chat room
Yeah.
as well as on Matt Connarton Unleashed and the listeners group.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we do have an email if you want to get us for a show. So
there you go.
Yep. The email is just simply authenticdissent@gmail.com.
Yeah. Excellent.
And that's on the Bandcamp page too, I think.
Excellent. Do you have anything on YouTube as far as performances or anything yet? Or
No, we took those down.
For real?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. We're hoping that as we get out and play, that we'll add a few up. We have our studio songs are on YouTube, but we don't have any live ones yet.
Okay.
So those will be coming.
Gotcha. Excellent. Oh, Jason Fedderson in the chat says, great show. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks for having us. Yeah,
this is good fun.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
Awesome, man.
This has been great, guys. I'm a fan. I love your sound. I'm really glad that Jenny booked you today. And Jenny, before we go, do you want to plug your website or anything?
You can find more on me at JENNCOFFEY.com. All of my writings, paintings, ruminations, maybe a few recipes, including the badass balls. Got to go look to find out what it is.
That is a food item.
Yes.
Just to be
and they're super healthy.
Yes.
Even.
Yes.
I was trying to be intriguing.
Well, I know, but we don't want people to get
They're
this
very
confused
healthy,
with the
and
other
they're really good for you.
the other show. And and again, thank you so much to Kenny for joining us in the first hour from our amazing sponsor, the Hop Knot in the Brady Sullivan at 1000 Elm Street. Don't go there today. Monday and Tuesday is their weekend, but they are open Wednesday through Sunday, and we're so happy to have that association. And it was great. It had been a long time since Kenny had been with us in studio, so that was really cool, and I think a very positive discussion too. Guys, thanks again. We're going to close with what have we got? Should we go with first shot?
Yeah,
Sure.
We'll go with first shot. We're going to end the show with some authentic Dissent, and oh yeah, I think this was the first one I listened to, actually, when I listened to you guys. I like this one a lot. So we will close.
This one actually was written in 1988.
For real?
Yeah, for
Really?
real. Yeah.
No kidding.
We wrote it as teenagers.
No kidding.
Right.
That's awesome.
We never had a proper recording of it, so we dusted it off. but
I'll be damned.
I like it.
Those are the lyrics from a 17-year-old.
Wow. Oh, very cool. Very cool. All right. Well, it's like time traveling. Awesome.
Yeah.
No, this is good stuff, guys. Thank you again. And by the way, if you missed any part of today's show, it will be up in just a little bit at WMNHradio.org and at my website, MattConnarton.com. And here it is to close out today's show. Written in 1988. This is First Shot from Authentic Dissent.